It's Tiki Oasis time.
Tiki Oasis TV. Look at what I got here. The Tiki Oasis 2019 program here. Catch the new wave, and we are here with Tiny Bubbles. Ladies and gentlemen, Tiny Bubbles. Say hello.
Aloha. How you doing? Licky Lou.
Icky Lou. We are here with the three Tiny Bubbles. This is Judd Finkelstein from Napa Valley. We have Steve. What's your last name?
Ostrov.
From?
Earth.
From the planet Earth. And here is Gerald Casale from Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Now, who wants to tell me a little bit about how this band came to be?
Jared, you want to? I do. I do. Okay. Hi. Well, King Kukulele, it's an honor and a thrill to be here with the Tiny Bubbles, the world debut of this combo, and we thought it'd be fun since this theme is the '80s catch the new wave. That we took some of Jerry's classic music, which is iconic of the 1980s and still very popular, and give it a bit of the Hawaiian tiki vibe. So we bandied about the idea. Everyone
Mutation. A very careful, respectful mutation into Tiki Land. And I'm just a student in training. He's the master.
Are you representing Devo in all legal matters regarding the use of songs in Tiny Bubbles?
Yes, I am, sir.
How's it going so far?
Excellent.
It's almost as if the music has devolved
As we predicted.
to a primitive art form of hapa haole. What do you think, Steve?
I like turtles.
Turtles works. Turn, turn, turn. What band sang turn, turn, turn?
I know who's saying turn, turn, turn. The Birds.
The Birds, not the Turtles. Two animals, but not to be confused. What's your favorite song of Tiny Bubbles?
The first one.
The opening number. Favorite song?
I like the closer.
Okay, what's your favorite song, Jerry?
What do you mean?
Do you have a favorite song in Tiny Bubbles?
In Tiny Bubbles.
Your variations?
Well, I have to say, because the band is so beautiful, it would have to be Beautiful World. Yes.
How do you like the Tiki world so far?
You know, I'm amazed. I had no idea. I feel like I plunked into the middle of a Tiki version of a Trekkie convention.
It is a little bit like that. Look at this costume that Judd's got on. Which
I got to be out of here in 5 minutes so I can go change
these are your granimals? Are you matching?
my underoos.
All right, now who's going to handle the hecklers?
I hope we have some.
Yeah, that'd be great. This dude's pretty good, actually. That's how I met him 25 years ago. He was heckling a band I was playing, and I said, this guy's got some pretty good heckles. I need him on my team. So I'm hoping he'll take care of that.
Have you scripted out all the heckles for tonight?
No.
We've passed out little notes to the audience. Every fifth person has a heckle, and we've timed it, and it should be good.
Anything about mothers wearing army boots?
What?
Women, mothers wearing army boots?
Don't do it.
Dangerous. Foot fungus can be dangerous. Hey, tell me something about your favorite experience at Tiki Oasis 2019 so far.
I think it's like Woodstock for rummies. I love it.
Stay away from the brown rum.
I gotta cogitate and think. I love so much about it. So let's let Jerry answer.
Did you say cogitate?
I said I'm constipated.
Yeah. Well, you know, my favorite experience was waiting 3 hours to get into a room.
You know what? That makes you appreciate it more, right?
It really does.
Did the room by any chance have a toilet?
Luckily.
Yeah, rooms with toilets are great. They're worth the wait.
Indoor plumbing's the best.
Indoor plumbing. The Tiny Bubbles, not pronounced Tine Buble.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's just a few minutes away from the world premiere.
Will you be playing Tiny Bubbles?
No. You know,
Pearly Shells?
can't handle that. Don Ho's way up here, and I'm way down here.
You know what? Respect for the legacy is something to be proud of. I respect that too.
Tackle the classics.
Don Ho's number one. Judd,
Yes.
tell us something that we should expect from tonight's debut performance of Tiny Bubbles.
Expect the unexpected. Magic can happen. Anything is possible with the Tiny Bubbles, and I truly mean that, believe it, and I think the folks who are out there right now are going to leave here thinking to themselves, wow.
Wow.
Count the glaring errors.
I'm not going to count. I'm going to count the unglaring ones, the ones that people don't notice. I'll make a list of those. Steve,
Yes.
what are you playing tonight?
Guitar.
What's your axe?
It's a Wilshire, an Epiphone Wilshire.
Wilshire Epiphone. You heard it here. Judd.
Yeah, this is a Koaloha Pineapple Sundae ukulele.
All right, Jerry, what do you got?
Oh man, I have
You have one of each?
a lot. Yeah, I do, and I'm going to keep it under wraps.
All right. Okay. And who are you wearing?
I'm wearing Calvin Klein.
I like your shoes, though. Did you notice that your shoes have the Devo energy cap?
Since I designed them, I did notice that.
You know, do you like your work?
You bet. Whenever I can get it.
That's great. And all right, now, so I see a theme here with the white pants. Okay, white pants. So I don't think there's going to be any wrestling.
No, that was the first name of the band, the White Pants, and we did a focus study, and it just didn't fly. So we kept wearing them, but we changed the name to the Tiny Bubbles. A little more familiarity with that term.
Is there Are we supposed to see a connection between white pants, Tiny Bubbles? Is there any sort of like subliminal message that you're saying?
You'll see something in these White Pants.
Stay tuned and see. Stay tuned and see.
Tiny bubbles show up on white pants more easily than any other pants.
That's right. What's your number one laundry detergent recommendation for white pants?
Tide.
Tide. You heard it.
Wine gets it all out.
Tide.
Red wine on white pants.
I like it. Come on.
Jerry, I saw a video of you interviewing yourself.
Yeah,
Is that even legal?
it was hard. It actually was.
Did you stump yourself?
Well, I did. I worked myself into a corner.
I appreciated your dedication to your craft.
I thought it was pretty funny.
It was very funny.
You bet.
Yeah.
A little more sinister.
Sorry.
That's Tiny Bubbles. Tiny Bubbles. Let's do. How much time do we have for Tiny Bubbles? We have a little bit. 2 more months. Jerry says we only have 2 months. Okay. I'd like to end with a. No, we're not done. I would like to end with a dating game. Are we good? Okay. So, but we're not done yet. But just rehearsal. Okay, everybody, like da 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 da, like that. Okay, that would be the end. But before we get to that point, I would just like to say, fire, fire, fire. Say we're not in a theater. We could say that because we're not in a theater.
Barbecue's done.
What can't you say in a theater?
I think you just told us. Fiverr?
Fiverr.
Fiverr.
I've never been good pronouncing French words.
Oh yeah, fibre.
Some of those are hard to say.
It's not under control. It's catching. Hey, can you say qui a coupé le fromage?
Qui a coupé le fromage?
Can you say who cut the cheese in any other languages?
Mi hatachet hagvina, paneer kisnekata, quien ha cortado el queso, and so on, etc., etc.
I heard queso.
That's why he's the leader.
You need a guy that knows how to say who cut the cheese.
Lingual. I'm only cunilingual.
You know, that reminds me. I've been wanting to talk to you about the night that I talked about fish sticks, and you said fish dicks. That was El Segundo, the purple.
Yeah.
That has scarred me.
Yeah. Well, there's the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to that.
Fish sticks.
Yeah.
This is really devolved.
And that cigarred you?
No, scarred. Scarred.
Is that the French pronunciation?
Yeah, it's French for stay away from the fish sticks, especially if it's a salmon. It's a salmon. What do they say? Salmon loaf.
Milt.
Salmon milt. I don't know what milt is.
Cocktails.
Jerry, what's milt?
Milt?
What's milt?
I don't know. Is that a tiny MILF?
Let's talk tannins. Let's talk tannins.
Watch out. That's all. Watch out if the fish are coming. That's all I'm going to say.
All right.
That's-
Will there be any tannins in tonight's show? Does the Tiny Bubbles have any tannins in it?
Silky ones.
Silky tannins.
We've reduced the tannins.
What about the fruity undertones?
You know what? Why didn't we go with that?
There's plenty of that.
Okay, sorry. Look, sorry. Can you go make the
After us?
No, I'm going to ask them to change the stage announcement. We're no
Yeah.
longer the Tiny Bubbles. We're the Fruity Undertones.
Listen, right now the stage is filled with big bubbles, and later on you'll follow the big bubbles with tiny bubbles.
That makes sense.
You know they wanted to schedule your interviews to keep you away from the front row of the beauty pageant. I hate to be the one to tell you that.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah, they're keeping you away from the girls.
Stretch.
They said that's the only reason Steve came is because he knew that he was going to be right next to the beauty pageant.
Mother, keep your beauty pageant daughters away from this band.
Mothers, don't let your daughters grow up to be beauty pageant Miss Tiki Oasis. Yes.
Well, it's pretty interesting doing an interview while people are yelling behind you.
I know. Would you like to say something to them into the microphone?
Yes!
What would you like to say to Elvez right now? Elvez won't hear this until he watches the tape.
I really don't know. I can't. I really can't.
Elvez has an amplified microphone, and Jerry, Judd, and Steve have a non-amplified microphone. Where's the justice?
Wow, look what's that back there. Hold on. Just give me a minute. I'm going to...
Okay. Uh-oh. We lost one. We lost one of the tiny bubbles. We're down to 2 bubbles. Okay, 2 bubbles left. I have a question. You're in a forest. A bear is chasing you, and you climb a tree. And not only to find out... What's that?
That's dumb.
Okay, let's start over. Okay, a pack of...
Bears climb trees.
Okay, so you dig a tunnel, okay? You're digging towards the Earth's core, and the bear turns out to have an asbestos suit on. What do?
I don't know. Jack off, I think.
It's like could be your last moments. Live a little, right?
If you're going to be bear, be bear.
Oh, there you go. Grizzly man, Napa Valley. Napa Valley in the 60s. Tell us about it.
Well, the reason we chose the Tiny Bubbles for a band name is because we have that wine connection, the two of us anyway, and we have a former wine blogger, so we decided that would be fun.
What is a wine blogger?
Someone who likes to drink wine and not pay for it.
What is a beer bonger?
I can't say. No.
What is a Jägermeister chugger?
Someone you don't invite to the party.
Okay. All right.
Bad things.
Okay, so tomorrow we're going to have, what are we doing tomorrow at 12?
Oh, we're doing a great wine tasting right here in the ballroom. Which ballroom?
One of them.
One of them.
The tiny ballroom.
Yeah, it's we're going to be tasting the 50 by 50 wines that I make, and we're going to be tasting Judd's wines that he makes.
Is this like to the death?
No, it's not. It's not a battle of the wines. Not a battle.
Dude, I tell you, wine tasting to the death, you would get an audience.
Yeah.
It's like the cage match of wine. So what wine are you bringing?
Let's see. We've got some Sauvignon Blanc, some Chardonnay, a Cabernet Sauvignon, and a Rhone blend of Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvèdre.
I believe that in years to come, thousands of Tiki fans from around the world remember Tiki Oasis 2019 as the most sophisticated of all the Tiki Oasi.
Tiny bubbles in the wine.
Thank you for coming. Hey guys, thanks for coming to Tiki Oasis TV. Jerry, say goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Judd, and Steve.
Thank you. Sorry about your cat.
Don't worry, I stuffed her, so she'll live on in memory.
Can you say that in public?
Say, pet the cat, pet the cat. Look at the guy up on the 7th floor up there. Look at he's letting it all. He's letting it all hang out. He's got one of these up. I think he's wearing one of these. Tiki Oasis TV. We are backstage at Tiki Oasis 2019, and it's we're having a lot of fun. We're behind Elvez, who is hosting the Tiki Oasis beauty pageant for Miss Tiki Oasis. And we want to thank our sponsors, iLove80s.com and Rum Barbacore and Seguro Beer. Look at that. They're going nuts up there. And coming up right after this, we have the Tiny Bubbles with the Hula Girls backing them up. And don't forget, folks, be kind. Be kind, right?
Be kind.
All right, be kind. That's it, folks. Thanks for coming. Bye.